Hi, and welcome to this Dittmer Knittery video. My name is Bev, and you can find my contact information and other information in the description box below. On my channel, I usually talk about yarn because, let's face it, yes, I am just obsessed with yarn. I love yarn, especially wool yarn right now, and it's been that way for many years, so I don't see that changing, but I do love all yarn. Natural fibers in particular, and wool because I love to felt. So usually we talk about knitting and crocheting, felting, fiber arts, and the wonderful Yarny YouTube community. Whether you are a returning viewer and you're familiar with all that, or you're a new viewer and you're here to see what's going on, welcome. And thank you so much for being here. Today, I am revisiting a subject I've talked about before, and I've talked about it quite a bit before. Crochet. Yes, this is Dittmer Knittery, but I love crochet. I love fiber art. I love yarn. I love wool. This is no surprise to regular viewers. On previous videos, I've mentioned that I have done, and I've shown my mosaic and Tunisian crochet. I have dabbled a bit in freeform crochet, but mostly what I've done over my crochet time of, I think I've been crocheting for well over 30 years now. It's been very traditional, Afghans and things like that, hats, some bags, but quite traditional shapes and stitches. And so when I see this work, the mosaic crochet and the Tunisian crochet and the crochet art and the freeform crochet, it makes me want to try more and different techniques. And each of the projects I've tried, the things I see, just makes me want to learn more and more and more. I don't know what I need to know to attempt what I see being done with freeform and artistic crochet. I've tried to put my skills to use to teach myself some things, and it's clear that I have some learning to do. And I've known that for a while, but I think, and this has just come to me in the last few days, that I have actually positioned myself so that in 2023, I'm going to be able to, I believe, to pursue the knowledge and the skills I need to make the crochet things I see others making, and to try to bring to life those ideas I see in my own mind. And of course, I have in mind of felting most of the things that I think of making, maybe not all, but most. And I'm sure I'll continue to make knitted felted bags and hats. But it's always fun to learn things. For me, I love learning. It's probably one of my very favorite things to do. My very favorite way to spend time is to learn something new. And of course, I've been watching videos and looking at photos and art, and I have so many ideas. Recently, just a few days ago, I watched some videos specifically about how to crochet different types of cords and straps, thinking, I might try something different on some of the bags I've been making instead of just the regular straps that I usually do. I have a few different techniques that I use, but I've been knitting and felting bags a lot longer than I've been crocheting and felting bags. So I need to develop those crochet techniques that make my crochet bag making more quality. And so I was investigating how to make straps and cords, and almost within a few minutes, I saw several techniques I had never seen before, which only reinforces the notion that it's time for me to learn a lot more about crochet. Some of the things I see being done, frankly, I had no idea I was allowed to do that with my yarn and my crochet hook. I mean, I don't think of putting my crochet hook in the spaces where they're putting their crochet hook and doing what they're doing to get the effects they're doing. I simply don't think of it because I'm so traditional, and I read patterns. I can write a traditional crochet pattern, but this is a growing crochet world. And not that all of these techniques are new, but I think they are being used in new and different ways, and certainly in ways that I have never seen before and that I want to try. So all that to say, I thought I was an expert crocheter, and I am not. And I hope one day, before too terribly long, in a few years, I will be able to say that, and it will be more true than it is today. To start, and I started, I'm not sure I've started all these projects in this year, but I've been working on all these projects in this year. I know for sure I started at least two of them that I'm going to show you. This first one, that's mosaic crochet. I may have started it in 2022, but it's nearly completed. This is crochet. I have shown this before because I remember saying this is a Fiber Fox paid for chart. Isn't it lovely? She does. Fiber Fox Studios and Tinna, Tinna, are usually my go-tos for mosaic crochet. And this is the bag that I thought I might use a different technique to make the strap, but I ended up just using single crochet because it's fast and easy, and I know that when it felts, it won't stretch. And so while I did learn some new techniques, I fell back on a good old technique that I already knew. And then I really enjoyed making this mosaic crochet bag that I just showed you. I enjoyed it so much, and I got so many ideas while I was making it that I started another one just like it, only a little bit larger, and I hope more fabulous. So it is not finished. I have more mosaic crocheting to do on it. I started at the bottom of it with this solid bottom, solid blue. And for both of these bags, I can tell you what yarns I'm using. The bluish one is Rich Teal, Patton's Classic Wool, which I use a lot. It felts well, and it's dye stable. The colors will hold. While the dye may bleed a little bit into the water, I've never experienced the dye getting on the thing that I'm felting. Like the dye just might bleed into the water, but that's all. It doesn't bleed onto my project. And I don't think there's much bleeding with the Patton's Classic Wool. The other yarn is Karen Felted, which I'm not sure they make anymore, but I had some in my stash and I found some recently and purchased it. So I've been using it because I think it's beautiful, and I think it pairs with this teal so beautifully. So I really like both of those. And then I'm pretty sure, I know I started this project. The next one I'm going to show you is a Tunisian crochet project. I don't know if I showed it before, but it's a scrap project. And I'm pretty sure I started it on or about the 1st of January 2023. And I think it is beautiful, wonderful. I love how the colors are coming together. And these are just, I do pick the order that I want to do the colors in. And I do them in a certain order. And this is 2 strands held together, 2 colors held together at one time. Kind of then fading into each other. A technique I've used before that I enjoy very much and I've had success with. So I'm really happy with that. So that's what I've been working on. And I have knitted this year, and I have, I think I showed you some things that I've knitted, and I think I have 4 projects that are ready for hot water felting. But I'll wait to do that until I move. I'm enjoying the mosaic crochet tremendously. And I started all these projects before, these 3 bags, doing the mosaic crochet and the Tunisian crochet, before I realized that I am going to try to dedicate months this year to learning more about crochet, and specifically being able to make bags and things that I can add to my inventory as I learn. So if I can learn and make at the same time, that really helps, because like I said, then I'm adding to inventory and I'm gathering new skills and knowledge at the same time. I was already kind of leaning toward probably not being in any festivals until the fall, because I do need to make, but the fact that I really can see what I want to do with those months, and what I have ideas about what I want to make, a direction, not just a generally I'd like to make some bags and hats, but more specifically to expand my skills and make, even if I do continue to make mostly bags and hats, to make ones that are different in appearance than the ones I've produced before, with different skills. And so wanting to do that, moving, wanting to make a home there and establish my new knittery there. There is a space for that, a wonderful space for that. I have agreed to be the vice president of the Locals Artists Guild. I work full time, and I think that's enough for 2023. And so I feel like I have plans and a path, and that feels good. I love making plans, and it doesn't usually concern me if I have to change my plans. I do like planning. That's part of the fun for me. I won't go off on that tangent right now, but having a plan like this, and a goal, and an attainable goal, and ideas about how to get there, I really feel like I'm going to be able to artistically move to where I want to, and that at the end of this year, when I get to fall, that I will have learned and have the products that I want. That was kind of a tangent. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you being here today. I hope you share my enthusiasm for crochet and we can be on this journey together. I hope you will watch some more of my videos. Give this a thumbs up. Give me some comments. Don't forget to comment on this video for a prize. I think at this time there are 2 prizes left, but you will know by having watched the other videos where we are with that. And so comment on this video if there are certainly 1 or 2 prizes left. And so if you comment on the video, you are a subscriber to this channel, you can read all the rules in this video, in this description box, and I will link the video that talks about the giveaway. I will link my Destash video in the description box. So plenty to watch, plenty to think about. Keep in touch. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And be sure to be here and now and see things as they are. I'll see you soon.